Welcome to the Beacon by Soul 33 teachings for your past, present, and future. Good morning, everybody. It is the 16th of June. We've got another week, a really powerful week too. So I'm excited to talk to you about it. And remember, it's not about just skipping to the Monday mantra. These are not just words that come out of my mouth. Me being me, it is the frequency, it's the activation and the integration at the end that prepares you for the energy that is coming and closes off the chapter from the week before. Not closing off in terms of that you're not going to still receive messages and signs of all of that, but closing off in the sense that we understood what it was about. If you're listening to this on the Beacon app, on YouTube, on Spotify, don't forget to do all the things like tag, subscribe, share. It really helps me to be able to create what I need to create for you in order to help you progress your soul. And if you are listening to this where you're somewhere seated and you need to get your journals out, please do, because every time you listen to the Monday mantra, you should be picking up something different. You should be feeling something different in your body. So let's do a recap. First, I want to ask, how was the full moon for you? I have to tell you, it was really interesting for me. So the whole day of the full moon, I had the most peaceful day to myself. But that evening, there was, you know how last week's thumbnail was passion or destruction? There was that Scorpio destruction came out in my sting, in my words. And I was like, okay. And it was like the full moon bringing out that part of me, that destructive part of me, to be able to find passion again and reinvigorate what passion is rather than being destructive. So it was really interesting for me. So I'm interested to know how you felt during the full moon. Last week's Monday mantra was, I invoke the divine power within me to accept myself fully and to release with the unfolding of life with grace and trust. So I invoke the divine power within me. Your divine power to exercise your birthright, your divine power of spiritual gifts, your divine power of human gifts and abilities. And it's within you by accepting yourself. Like for me, sure, spiritual, but I know I have the Scorpio sting and I don't, shy back and say, oh, I'm perfect. I am not at all. But I had to accept that side because that was the side where I was asserting boundaries. I was speaking up in a way that I felt like I needed to, even though it was coming from a defensive place. But it's acceptance that is who I am fully, and to release the parts that don't serve me anymore. That acceptance is necessary to be able to move forward with the unfolding of life with grace and trust, trusting that everything is just the way that it is. And that can be so hard to accept sometimes, but it is acceptance. So what's coming to me is sometimes I have clients that, Spirit's bringing up certain things and they'll say to me, I don't care about that, doesn't interest me. And I'm like, well, if Spirit guides are bringing it up, you should care about it because your karma is tied in with that person or with that thing. And you need to accept that it might have been 20 years ago that you had a relationship with this person or whatever it is, but it's still affecting you because karma doesn't just happen at the time. It's an accumulation of all the lifetimes, every action, every reaction, every response. As we look through the further meaning of the Monday mantra last week, we were being asked to recognize the divine presence within and around us. I was seeing rainbows everywhere. Now, remember, it's how we look at nature. You could just look at a rainbow and go, oh, it's there because it's just rained. But I was seeing them at times and in places where I wasn't expecting to see them. And they had messages for me. And they've got messages for me, for us, for this week also. And so I could feel the divine presence in that rainbow, the representation of all the colors, what is on the other side of the rainbow. And it was urging us to hold on to the true power in our lives, which is nature and the natural cycles of life. I know some of you have been experiencing deaths. Like in my life also, there are people that I know and know of, not closely, but connected, that have been passing away at premature ages, people that were depicted to be health professionals passing away, people that were youthful in chronological age passing away, also anniversaries of death. And this is something that I've been experiencing also personally. It is time to cultivate acceptance of what is and to discern who is influencing or controlling the narrative of our existence. So when I said I had to speak up and set a boundary, yes, it came out in a sting way, but I was like, I'm not going to be controlled. I don't want to be told something when you're not seeing the other parts of it. And so it's really interesting to really look at that line again. Who is controlling you? Do you know, over my life, there's been times like in my 20s where I really wanted something. I really wanted a job, or I really wanted something to happen. And if I was rejected, I would take that so personally. Now I know, for example, if someone doesn't like me or doesn't, resonate with my work and feels the need to say something about it when they don't know me, I look at it now. Sure, it may hurt, the human side of it may hurt, but I look at it as my guides are making room for the people that really do see who I am and want what I do and all of those things. So who is controlling you? Are your external situations controlling you? Ultimately, the divine truth is that power resides within each soul, an eternal wellspring of strength and wisdom. It's like that wisdom, when things are happening externally, it's to come back to ourselves, come back to our power, come back to our strength. Synchronistic events will unfold in divine order. Now, synchronicities don't have to be just all the wonderful things being pieced together. Synchronicities can be evidence that you are being protected now by this certain thing happening, and there is a divine order unfolding. And it's designed to gently assist in dissolving resistance, because we resist rejection. We resist things that are painful. But as I've told you before, in that discomfort, in that uncomfortableness, that is when I've had every breakthrough. Every breakthrough in every way has come when I have just gone with grace and trust into the resistance and accepted the new possibilities that could naturally flow in, that for we are no longer rooted in desperation or scarcity. Often when something happens, we all go to the material things, because it's true. We get freaked out. Oh my God, where's money going to come from? Then I need a new job, and I need stability, and who's going to want me after this relationship breaks down? We are moving away from that desperation or scarcity, coming back to that place of divine flow and trust and grace. This openness, when we come to that realization, because remember, the universe isn't going, oh, bad things are happening to her or good things are happening to her. They're just happening. The universe is not seeing bad or good. Our karma is dictating what is happening, and our ego is going, this is bad, this is good. But if we look at it as an openness, a field that is endless and infinite possibilities for more to enter, we're guiding and transforming from within rather than being controlled by our bosses, by our whoever. It's like, sure, we do have people to be accountable to, but it's about releasing that I'm so desperate to that person to want me. Because I remember once, this is my previous job before all of Soul 33 happened, and I was working remotely, and the person that I was working for had to let me go because the business wasn't doing very well, and because I was kind of a nice to have person because I was working remotely, it was a perfect thing for me. And I remember responding to him saying, oh, this is such bad timing because but actually it wasn't. And when I look at it, I was thinking, gosh, that was a naive 27-year-old or 28 or however old I was, going, oh my God, I need him. Like, he's controlling my ability to be able to create. Actually, it freed me up to do so much more. Protection is vital. So when we are defensive, we are protecting ourselves. But it's equally important to lower the barriers that hinder divine guidance. When we are defensive in some way, defending ourselves, which I'm saying sometimes we do need to, that's why protection is vital. we need to also allow the barriers to dissolve so we can get that guidance from spirit, the guidance from the synchronized events to really understand, what am I seeing? What is this for? What is the opportunity here? The ego's defenses can block the flow of higher wisdom. Now is the moment to confront and release any sabotaging patterns. Okay, sabotaging patterns. When something happens and we're responding or reacting in the same way that we used to, it's time to respond in a way that is different. And that's what Peru taught me also, like the mountains when they were speaking to me, is to let go of those patterns and respond differently. Respond as nature would, that it's a blessing to have a thunderstorm sometimes. It's a blessing to lose something, because then you know how precious everything is. And as we reflect deeply on what behaviors or beliefs may be serving us as obstacles, there are voids seeking expression or healing. So what are the voids that have been showing up for you? Awareness is the first step toward liberation. Archangel Michael had come to me just before and during the last week's Monday mantra. And this is why in the thumbnail I was holding a heart and I was holding a dagger or a sword. And it was about cutting those cords that have been holding us back in that control, in that matrix of control. And his presence has been very strongly around for divine assistance, because it's accessible to all of us. You don't have to believe in angels, just feel through your experiences that this is our time to rise above challenges, to call upon the protection of the angels to guide us and to help us walk courageously and move our bodies to release stagnant energies. Do you know, I forgot when I was recording this Monday mantra that I've started doing yoga again. Just for a while I've signed up for a course thing, not to teach but just as a student. And I went, and it was a one-on-one class, and I'd forgotten how sitting and in positions that you have to hold requires so much patience and moving beyond the thoughts that were coming in, because I was having to remove stagnant energy from my body and I could feel it all flying out of me. Old relationship energies often reside in your thighs and in your hips. And so when I was working with clients last week, I remember someone saying, I don't care about a certain topic. I can't remember who it was. And I was thinking, well, you shouldn't care, because it's what's keeping you single, and you will stay single for the rest of your life if we don't actually address this old relationship energy. Really something for you to think about. Old relationships are not just this timeline. It's not just lovers, it's children, it's uncles, it's aunties, it's whoever. Mother Earth is actively supporting our journey of renewal. This is why I've been seeing rain and beautiful rainbows everywhere. The word that was going to come out of my mouth is sunflowers also. So if you've been seeing sunflowers in pictures or in the natural form itself, there's a message for you in the sunflower. Stirring up the depths of our lives through nature, revealing what needs to be seen and released. Though the upheaval may bring discomfort, it is a sacred invitation to awaken our inner healer, to heal ourselves, and invoking that divine power, that divine energy. We facilitate healing and growth. It's a profound week because it's a lead up to this week, which is a huge week in terms of energetic power. And in alignment with that strawberry full moon, it's okay to go into the depths of your shadows that feel like that can destroy things in your life, because like in my culture, without destruction, there cannot be creation. So it's not in the words or in the intention of like destroying everything. But I just know that the way that I've been feeling going into clients, feeling myself, there's this need to just want to cut things off. And you might be experiencing that happening to you, where things are suddenly feeling just cut off, like your head's been cut off and I'm like, what am I doing? My body's over here, my head is over here. So true healing unfolds moment by moment as we flow with the natural rhythm of life's sacred cycles. They're all sacred, even when they're painful cycles. Backing ourselves has been such an important message for this whole month of June. It's a reminder that you have to give yourself kindness. I was saying to Lucy the other day, when I finish clients, I need to give myself something because I've expended so much, and sometimes I'm feeling upset or I feel depressed or whatever. It's like I need to give myself something, and I found myself having to do that again and reminding myself of kindness and self-compassion. So this is a message for you. I'm just on the journey with you too. Whatever circumstances are unfolding in your life, remind yourself they are divine offerings. Offerings of something for you, designed to nurture and strengthen your resilience. These experiences are here to help you fortify your foundation in your body, in your legs, empowering you to move forward with confidence and grace. It's happening in my family life also. Legs are an issue in my family, actually, and something that I'm trying to keep very strong in me. Trust in the divine support. Your journey is guided by the loving presence of the universe. And we always have to remember that, because sometimes that day of the full moon, I was thinking, oh, this is such a wonderful day. And then something happened that evening where I was like, oh, here we go. Full moon is releasing what I need to release. So move forward with whatever is happening in your life with faith in your power, because it's about now relinquishing control, not being controlled, even if we are accountable to certain things. The full moon has given us the ability in your life and my life, new beginnings, connection with nature, celebration and gratitude. So you might not be, sometimes funerals are celebrations of life, gratitude for that experience, that relationship that you had with that person. Remember, the opposite of the Monday mantras will hold true. It just depends on how aligned you are with your inner power. Using this time to engage in rituals, to engage in the release, because as I mentioned to you, the strawberry full moon, yes, it was clearing, but I've had this feeling of excitement also, and I don't know what it's for yet, because I know there is transformation, there is clarity, there's release and letting go, there's manifestation, there's inner reflection and growth, there's connection in nature. And your action was, what are you letting go of and what do you need to accept? And for me, what I was letting go of even more so last week was destruction. Like, because I can be quite cutthroat with things in my life, it was like, don't destroy this, Gaia. Go back to the passion that comes with anger and frustration and rewire it. And what do I need to accept is that I do have that shadow side. So what was it for you? I just want to mention here, on Facebook, on our Soul 33 Facebook, we do write a longer, like a full Monday mantra, which you want to go back and refer to. On Instagram, it's a shorter version just because Instagram doesn't allow you to write so much, and I don't like writing in the comments and things like that. The soul progression card for last week is a new direction. So just remember, if you're having all these things going on in your life, come back to the Monday mantra and go, okay, this is the lesson that Gaia has set with guidance from her spirit guides. How can I apply this to what is happening for me? And the new direction came up, the number 4. A message of a new direction has come through our awareness multiple times in the last few weeks, and now it unfolds with renewed significance. We are being called to trust the path unfolding before us, knowing that divine guidance is present every step of the way. We need to just stop and look. It's a very still morning here, and the sun is out. And it's like the stillness is something that I'm setting you up with for this week, because the sun is out, which is coming up with the solstice information I'm going to be giving you. The detours we've encountered are not random. Like I said, if your head feels chopped off and you're disconnected from your body, it is a detour. That is a poignant moment. It is not random. That is leading us to deeper into our power. A new path is emerging, one that may not align with our expectations or plans. Okay, this happens to me all the time. I'm planning something, the spirit guides do something else, and I will follow what they say, because I know for me, I'm always guided to trust that. And if I go deviate, they'll pull me back on. But it is precisely what will restore us into our inherent power to trust. Sometimes it is through these unexpected turns and experiences of divergence that we access our inner strength and clarity. These pauses, to pause in life and shift, serve as divine invitations to reconnect with grace, reminding us that the journey itself is the destination. Trust in the process and allow yourself to flow with the unfolding of this new direction, knowing it is guiding you towards greater empowerment and alignment with your higher self. Then we put up a video that we created of Archangel Michael blessings. Go and watch that and just receive the energy, because when I was recording the voiceover for that, I sent that energy in order for you to receive his blessings and help with that protection. I actually call upon him a lot at nighttime to protect me, to look after me, to cut the cords of whatever it is that I don't need anymore. The extended meaning of the Monday mantra for last week was: within each of us lies a divine power, a magic waiting to awaken when we honor all aspects of ourselves. By blending the light and shadow, the passion and the destruction, and surrendering with trust, life unfolds with greater grace and harmony. How do you know that something greater is not awaiting you? And that's going to be an important clue for this week's Monday mantra. Within each of us lies a divine power. It's you. I'm talking to you. You have a power. You have a magic waiting to awaken when you honor all aspects of yourself, accepting it all. By blending the light and shadow, the passion and the destruction, and surrendering with trust, life unfolds with greater grace and harmony. All week, I've seen clients restoring the missing pieces in other realms, allowing them to fulfill their destinies. Okay? Right. Well, that was a lot. So, what did you get from that? What happened for you last week? Let us know, because your sharing helps other people understand as well. Remember, I'm always here for you, but I am only one person. I know that you all trust that. I know people email waiting for replies. Please know that we do our best to get back to everybody. Clear subject titles, knowing that there is wait list, because I am only one person. I can only do so much, but this is why I'm here, up since 5 o'clock this morning, getting things done, setting the homework on the app. All of that is part of your soul progression. So if you're needing any help, I'm doing a few soul magics as well, mini readings, of course, personalized meditations, great way for you to receive an energy for you to be able to use from now until forever. We are working in the back to upgrade the app, and it's going to be really exciting when that is fully done, which won't be too far away, but we're just doing things thoroughly. soul33@gmail.com, and Karen is the one that manages all the emails, so be nice to her, because that will get you more ahead in how she responds to you as well. Are you ready for this week's Monday mantra? Okay, sit. I want you to feel this in your body. I stand at the threshold of a new journey, confident that crossing this bridge will lead me to greater understanding of myself. I know I have the power to return, but I trust that stepping forward will bring growth and clarity. So I'm going to read that again, and I want you to tell me what you hear. I stand at the threshold of a new journey, confident that crossing this bridge will lead me to a greater understanding of myself. I know I have the power to return, but I trust that stepping forward will bring growth and clarity. Okay, we are crossing some bridge this week, and it's solstice, it's Matariki, which is the Maori New Year, and I'm going to talk to you about what all this means for us. The solstice and the arrival of Matariki herald a profound time of blossoming, renewal, and awakening to more of our inner power. We were preparing for it last week. This week, it's like it's here. A bridge is unfolding for us. This is why I've been seeing rainbows everywhere, because they keep telling me what's on the other side of the rainbow for me. So when you look at the rainbow, what is on the other side for you? Even if you're not physically seeing rainbows where you are. A bridge is unfolding for us, inviting us to step forward and connect with the sun, our sun. This could also mean, if you have a male child, son, to connect with that sun. Our pot of gold is going to be there. Now, this bridge may be symbolic, internal, or a passage in some way guiding us toward greater growth and transformation. The Pleiades and the Seven Sisters hold profound spiritual significance. They are often seen as celestial symbols of guidance, divine connection, spiritual awakening. And intuition is going to be really heightened this week because of the solstice and because of the Seven Sisters and the Māori New Year. You know, when I did the Inca Trail and we got to the Sun Gate, our guide was saying, you know, when the pilgrimage was made, especially during the solstice, the way the sun shines on Machu Picchu is so important for the awakening of the people that have come. And with all of this happening, it's so important for us to really connect with what is the bridge I'm meant to be crossing? In the spiritual realm, the Pleiades are regarded as a cluster of divine feminine energy, representing unity, intuition, and the sacred connection between the celestial and the earthly realm. They are often seen as messengers of higher wisdom, guiding souls towards enlightenment and spiritual growth. Many traditions view them as a spiritual counsel or a source of divine inspiration, offering guidance and clarity during a time of transition. So symbolically, this is a time of awakening. It's a time of guidance. It's a time of divine feminine power for us to reconnect, divine to the high, connection to the divine and the higher realms. It is a bridge between the earthly and celestial planes, helping souls remember their divine origin and purpose. And sometimes that means destruction in other ways to come back to that simplicity, cycles and timing. And so with Pleiades, this week, it's inviting us to connect back to the divine light and the eternal purpose, connect back with our families, connect back with the sacred creation within all of us. It's really a great time, because it is Māori New Year with Matariki, to reset our goals or lack of a better word, goals, manifestations, intentions, whatever, get back on track. And what are you doing, or what are you going to do this week, or how is it going to be shown to you to go towards your wider plan? As we move through, we've got the feminine with Matariki and Pleiades, the Seven Sisters, but we've got the masculine with the sun's divine power guiding us towards a new beginning with the solstice on the 21st. So while this is all happening towards the end of this week, because Matariki is on the 20th and solstice is on the 21st, this whole week of meditations, homework on the app is going to be preparing you for that awakening at that time. Awakening to our divine power, awakening to our transformation, a cleansing of the soul, an opportunity to release what doesn't serve. It's also going to be activating our heart to attract abundance, especially in the realm of prosperity. And now is the moment to set a solid foundation rooted in the intention of faith, which is also tying off last week's Monday mantra. Consider what you wish to nourish and flourish. Engage in the heartfelt rituals of your intentions. Trust that there is clear a channel for divine communication, a sacred conduit through which Spirit offers guidance for your renewal. The power to transcend fears and limitations is flowing into you, awakening your strength. So be receptive this week. Be receptive to the wisdom that's coming through various channels. Be receptive to what is happening in your life, even if it feels painful. It's a spiritual messenger for you of what you're coming back to. Don't dismiss the messages. Don't dismiss the signs, because there will be signs. And you can move through a lot, but now is the time to move with rather than through. Throughout history, the Inca civilization, because this is a big thing, and I've obviously just come back from Peru, there's going to be a big festival at Sacsayhuaman, where they will be celebrating the Inti festival. And again, to honor the sun god, opening your heart, allowing the shifts to come in. This is why I've been looking at passion or destruction, because this is how we have to understand what we know as love here on earth. Is it pure love? Is it unconditional love? Or is it love with conditions? And let's all admit, it's usually love with conditions, especially when we're choosing to be with certain people. There's a fine line at the moment, and this is why this is the bridge. Which way are you going? Which way are you going? Are you going to walk over the bridge and stay there? Are you going to test the waters knowing that you have the power to return? What have you got to lose, is what they're saying to me. This is a time to act in harmony with your highest principles and values. The sun is listening. The feminine is creating. Attuned to your intentions and desires. It offers you the freedom to be authentically yourself and grow in alignment with your true purpose. Trust the divine cycle, and also know that your desires, make sure they're not at the expense of something. That's a really important message this week, apparently. So with Inti, the sun god, being celebrated in Peru, and obviously with the solstice for all of us, rebirth, renewal, honoring the sun, help to maintain in that culture, maintain order and favor in society. So there's going to be lots of things happening in the world which I don't pay attention to in terms of politics and things like that. But it's like, there's an order that's trying to be, it's this control thing, but we need to manage that in our own lives because that reverberates everywhere else. Do some offerings, engage in some rituals, connect with the sun, with earth, with agriculture, drink cacao, do all of the things to honor the blessings and your life surroundings. And also in my culture, the sun god is called Surya, and Surya is going to help us move, illuminate the path, the growth and progress going forward. So Surya is one of the meditations that I've put up for you on your homework. Take that sun's divine light of growth. Allow yourself to renew. Allow yourself to gain the abundance and awaken to what the sun has in store for you to see. There is fertility energy, cosmic harmony, societal well-being, which is why Pleiades wants you to connect with family where possible, family constellations. All of that work is really important this week. Step into your inner strength. And also, they wanted me, interestingly, to talk about the number 3. And this is the Empress energy. And that is that creativity, nurturing, innate capacity within to cultivate growth and manifest your desires. Allow this energy to inspire you and powerful forces to transform you. Your action point this week: find a quiet space, reflect on what you wish to nurture and cultivate, whether it's abundance, growth, or spiritual awakening, and write down your desires, whatever they may be. Honor the divine energies of Pleiades and the sun by expressing gratitude and inviting guidance in. Give me the guidance that you need, sun. Give me the guidance that you need, Pleiades. Stay receptive to the signs and the messages from your higher self or the universe, and commit to taking aligned actions that support your growth and help you move beyond your current state. Do you find this space supportive for your journey? The space that you are creating now, or the space that is being created for you. Okay, let's sit for a moment. If you can close your eyes. I want you now to visualize a rainbow and your rainbow bridge, knowing that this bridge is being presented for you so that you can cross over to where the sun is, your goal, to be able to receive the desires that you want. And if you are prepared to release old karmas, you will know that you're letting go of control, letting go of being controlled, and that your power can move all the mountains to be able to come back to that place of reflecting back at you in your physical environment what is going on internally for you. Believe in yourself, knowing that you are spiritually protected and that you are stepping forward into more growth, regardless if you can't see that right now. Remember, I'm always here for you, but I'm only one person, so thank you for understanding that. Please email Kieran at soul33@gmail.com if you need to renew your memberships or want to become a member. We do that all externally because otherwise we have to charge triple what the app is in order to pay all the platforms, because they take a lot. And be very clear with your subject title and patient with the responses back. Your Monday mantra is: I stand at the threshold of a new journey, confident that crossing this bridge will lead me to greater understanding of myself. I know I have the power to return, but I trust that stepping forward will bring growth and clarity. I'll see you all next week.